Hi, I am your host, Letiska Powell. Thank you for joining me for our 10-minute lessons. Now, today, let's talk about how to be vulnerable to life, embracing oneness and trust. Baby, this was a very interesting lesson. My mind was telling me this is not one of the easiest things that I have to do. But then a part of me said, hold on, why is it not? I've had to trust the universe my whole life. Growing up, living in different homes, different family members' homes, I had to be vulnerable and trust. I have embraced oneness my whole life. Now that I think of it, I wonder why we forget our natural state of existence. To be vulnerable to life is to live openly, authentically, and courageously. Most people live behind masks. Vulnerability is not weakness, it is the willingness to let life touch us even when it feels uncertain, even uncomfortable. When we open ourselves to life, we align with its flow, discovering that our strength lies in our ability to trust and embrace the unknown. See, the unknown is one of those places, oh, we'd be shaking and shivering because we forget that innate knowing. Wherever I am, God is. And whoever I'm around, God is. So, our core principles in learning vulnerability is the connection that we all have. Okay, being vulnerable allows us to connect deeply with ourselves, with others, and the world around us. Just that simple. I need your help. It's through vulnerability that we experience love, joy, and the richness of life. It's when we open ourselves up to even experience those things. Now, I don't necessarily believe in blocks. I just don't believe in blocks. I believe those are like mind constructs. Resisting vulnerability often comes from fear of pain or rejection. Now, I don't think any of us have ever been rejected. It's how we perceive what is going on. When we resist, we shield ourselves not from hurt, but also from the beauty and opportunities that life has to offer. When it comes to blocks, I think blocks are things that people create or it's so familiar. We've heard so many people familiarize having blocks. The presence of God itself is never blocked. It's the belief in something being blocked. Vulnerability invites trust into our life that nothing is against us and everything is for us. We may not understand it, even those challenging moments. Being open helps us find lessons and strength. How many lessons have I had to learn throughout this life's journey about being true to myself, being vulnerable and saying the things that I need to say, appreciating myself, honoring myself and my feelings, embracing the realness and the authenticity of myself to embrace life, acknowledging our fears, right? Write down what makes you afraid to be vulnerable. Again, we could never be rejected. It's how we perceive things. Reflect on these fears and see how they might be limiting the experience that is here for you right now. Remind yourself that fear is natural and often points to areas where growth is possible. See, a lot of people don't want you to feel the fear. You have to feel the fear. Yeah, I want you to feel every emotion that we have. We should feel them so that they can come through us and transcend into love. Stay present in our emotions without judging. That's the key. It's okay for me to feel this way. It's safe for me to feel. It's safe for these emotions to be here. Allow yourself to feel the uncertainty, to feel it fully. Feel the sadness, feel the joy, feel whatever the emotion is. Sit in it, accept it, allow it, and allow it to transcend through you into something so beautiful. Open your heart. Take small steps to let go of control. You know, it's hard for us sometimes. Saying yes to unexpected invitations or share the truth you've held back. How many of you guys have people that you can really sit and hold a conversation with? Trust what unfolds will bring forth an insight, even if it's uncomfortable at first. If you never open yourself up to hold the conversation, to say the things that you need to say without anger, say it in love, say it lovingly, engaging authentically with others. Share your thoughts and your feelings honestly with people who you trust. And hopefully, it's up to you to be able to trust everybody. Being willing to say, I don't know, or I need help. Vulnerability deepens relationships and allows others to meet us with compassion. We meet others with that same compassion. Though we are all whole and complete, some of us may have forgotten, you know? And so when we tap into who we are authentically and we're in a conversation with someone that may be in a state of division, we can meet them right there where they at. It is safe for me to be open and real because I don't want to be fake. I don't want to be that fake person. I trust life to guide me in every moment. It's taking me somewhere, baby. My vulnerability is my strength and my connection to the world. Me just being open to life. Life always supports me when I allow myself to feel. Do you know how many times I have not allowed myself to feel? Baby, it has been so many times I didn't allow myself to feel what I was feeling. My best friend was a ball. That was my best friend because I wanted to just push everything down. I didn't want to feel a thing. I didn't want to express a thing, right? So realizing what are you coping? What are you using to cope with not feeling? Think of a time when you have allowed yourself to be vulnerable. How did it feel in that moment that you were just open to experience life, no matter how the wind blew? What came from that experience? Hmm. I'm gonna give you a prime little tidbit. I remember been a couple of years ago, and I was asking someone for some help, right? And this person replied to me something so off the wall till it just kind of took me for a loop. At that same time, I was so grateful that they revealed unto themselves, well, unto myself and unto themselves as well, exactly their intentions. So now we're talking about intentions. Today I share one honest feeling with a loved one. One thing that you could just share. This week, I will trust the process of life without overthinking. How many of us have a thought and then we overthink the thought? No, I'm going to do it like this, I'm going to do it like that. No, when the spirit hits you, you do that thing then. And watch what we call miracles. Miracles happen when we're vulnerable. Miracles happen when we step outside of our own self imposed box. Vulnerability is a gateway to life of richness and authenticity. When we are vulnerable, we stand in our truth and allow life to shape us in ways that reveal our greatest potential. Life isn't here to harm us. Believe it. It is here to guide us toward deeper connection, growth, and fulfillment. Be brave. connect.